What is your proudest moment on the job?
My proudest moment on the job, working security, we'll say in Portland. Um, Man, that's a good question. I would say my proudest moment was probably, wow, it's a really good question. My proudest moment working in private security here in Portland, probably would be responding to a homicide in October of 2022. I've talked about this a couple of different times. I think that in private security, oftentimes you see guards who want to be involved in things that are way more important than what we do on a normal basis, right? I think that you see a lot of security guards who want to be involved in really exciting situations, but no one can prepare you for a situation like responding to a homicide. And I think that security guards, law enforcement, people in the military, just people in general, you have an idea of how you're going to respond in those situations. I was really proud with how I responded in that situation in the moment because there's really nothing that can prepare you for it. I had a situation where I had a person who had been shot. I had an entire store full of people that I was responsible for. I had to contact law enforcement, but at the same time, have the wherewithal to understand that if law enforcement is responding to a shooting in a parking lot and you're the guy holding a gun, more than likely they might think that you're a part of that situation. So being able to articulate what my role was, where I was, my involvement in the situation, and being able to interact with those officers who responded in a very, very quick and aggressive nature. I think if I'm being 100% honest, I wasn't trained for that situation and I wasn't ready for that situation. But the efforts that I had taken to be better trained and be better prepared for something like that, and taking into account that something like that could happen, I think that I really did handle myself in the best possible way that I could have based on the lack of training that I had at that moment. But it also reiterated to me how serious the job that we do is and how you can't take it for granted. You can't slack on the responsibility of being trained and being better prepared, and how much that was my responsibility. And it also highlighted to me how little mental health or after action help there is for private security guards. And I think that that one moment really shaped my outlook on the industry and the things that are needed, things that are lacking, and how I can be a voice and a bridge to help rectify some of that. I think that that night, more than any other, really set the tone for everything that I do, for all of the outreach that I do, for how seriously I take this industry, and how much I want other guards to be ready should they find themselves in that situation. So for me, my response to that situation is probably my proudest moment.